Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Closing Comments here on September 23rd. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. We did have a fairly mixed bag across the cattle market. We did see quite a bit of strength out there in those back months looking out into 2026. While we did see a little bit more of a pause and a little bit of a pullback here on this December contract, we did see this December live cattle contract being the weakest out of the whole group today, but nothing concerning, nothing major. Just seeing a nice little pullback into that prior day's range. Hitting about the 50% retracement mark, which is exactly what we want to see. Good pullback to a nice value area here. Picking up some buyers that maybe missed the boat yesterday, and good support coming in late right here, right around the 239 mark. This market should continue to kick back into gear and continue rallying back towards those all-time highs. Just a little bit of a digestive type move here today after that big jump right out of the gates yesterday. So just a nice natural ebb and flow here in this market. We should see this market continue to rally back towards those highs. Like I said, these deferred months being the strength, being where the strength was. Looking out here into spring and summer 2026, we actually ended up making a little bit of ground up here in this live cattle market. Looking out into those summer months. Also just coming in within inches of these prior all-time highs. We should see those new all-time highs trading before the end of the week. And look for this live cattle market to keep on pushing higher. Next up, we got our feeders. October feeders on the board here. We did a quick note here. We did see November overtake October in terms of volume here today. So we will be rolling over into this November contract. Throughout the rest of the week, we will just keep an eye on November and October together. But going forward, as we move into week 39 next week, November will be the new front month going forward. But in the meantime, we did just see a nice pause day up here near the top end of that prior day's range. We did have quite a bit of strength in this feeder market yesterday, seeing some limit up moves in some of these deferred months. We do see October and November just kind of hanging out up here near the top end of that prior day's range, while we did see some pretty nice gains coming out here into these early 2026 to spring 2026 feeder contracts. Picking up as much as a little over $3 on some of them. So good strength looking out into next spring. We do expect to see these feeders continue to rally as well. We should see new all-time highs coming here before the end of the week. Just a little bit of a digestive move here following yesterday's big breakout. Look for the uptrend to resume here into the end of the week, and we should see some higher prices by Friday. So look for the cattle market to keep on cruising higher. Next up, December corn futures. Today we had a nice supportive action by the bulls, pulling back into the low end of the prior day's range, finding support at that 50-day moving average and having a nice bounce out of here. We did see yesterday, we did discuss how we were kind of testing the epicenter of this WASD report breakout that we had back here on the 12th of the month. Looking like we were picking up a lot of good extra buyers down here around this 418 to 419 area. Bulls really jumping back into gear here, pushing this market back up and rallying above that prior day high. And so far here in the evening session, looking like we're getting some follow through. So looking like this corn market just needed to see a little bit of dip, pick up some extra buyers, and try and make another run at this 430 level. Look for the bulls to start attacking 430 and try and fill this gap. Once they're able to do that, we should have a pretty nice little breakout here if we do get a close above this 430 to 433 level. In the event of that, we should see a nice smooth uptrend from there, smooth sailing. Back towards this $4.50 mark. So look for these corn prices to continue rallying here after we found some good support. But we're just going to need to make sure that they can ram it through this 430 level, close that gap, and then it should be smooth sailing. Crude oil markets snapping back a little bit here today. We did see over the last couple weeks here, we're putting some pressure down on the 61.5 level, carving out a nice range here between 61 and 66. At the moment, the bulls had a nice little fight down here around the $62 mark, pushing this thing back above that prior day high, saying no thanks to the bears as they kind of thwarting their attempts at a potential breakdown here. In the meantime, look for this market to continue chopping sideways here in about $4 or $5 range. Not really expecting this oil market to go anywhere, as these prices have been pretty comfortable down here in the 61 to 66 range. Look for this range trade to keep chopping back and forth. We are still putting a little bit of down pressure here on the 61.5 level, so we do want to keep an eye on 61.45 here. In the event of a breakdown, we could see a flush down into the 50s, but until then, no need to be getting too committed to a side. Look for this market to continue chopping up sideways till we can clear either end of this range. Last but not least, our equity markets having a pretty nice pullback here today, giving back all of yesterday's gains. Nothing concerning here as well. This market just pushing up into some extended territory, selling off a little bit here today, but nothing major. If we take a look here on our intraday charts, we can see just a pretty heavy concentration of volume up here near the prior day's close and during the overnight session. Just really opened the door to a flush with the opening range pushing down here below the overnight lows. Just really wanted to go find some leftover buyers and try and find another pocket of volume. Not much trading done between 67.20 and the 67.45 mark. So we just saw a pretty quick little flush down here right into this pocket of buyers we had from Monday's session, pulling all the way back down here, hitting the prior day's opening range. So we've just seen this market kind of trade back and forth over the last 2 days. This market has been a little bit extended here. We've had a pretty impressive rally over the last 2 or 3 weeks up here to new all-time highs. We look at our NASDAQ and the Dow as well. Had a pretty nice rally here that was pushed all the way back here on the Dow. Looking like this market just might be a little bit extended here in the near term. Nothing concerning. We should see this big picture uptrend keep on cruising up here into the end of the year, but near term might just be a little bit extended if we start to get some offers below these prior day lows, and we'll have to see if the bears can push it down here below 66.60, and then from there we should see a pullback down here into these major moving averages. Dips are expected to be good buying opportunities as this environment still remains very healthy for stocks. Look for any dips from here to be good buying opportunities. Look to pick up some deals, and we should see equity prices continue to climb here into year end. That's all we got for tonight. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.